All right, let's bring in our friend, sports agent and founder and partner of Achilles PR, Doug Eldridge, with more on the challenges facing the team this season. Good morning. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, always. So, okay, facing challenges. They lost the first pre-game, pre-opener, so not a big deal. But they lost it, so some fans might be saying, uh-oh, are we here again? What do you say?
Oh, sure. Well, I think it's important to remember that when it comes to preseason, there are two things that are most important. Number one, no needless injuries. And the Washington football team came out of the first preseason game with a check in the box. Nobody got hurt. And the second aspect is rust versus reps. It's been a long, very different off season. So they're trying to bang the rust off, stack up some reasonable reps, and find that rhythm as we work through the preseason. So it might have been a loss on paper, but it was a win in reality.
So Ron Rivera saying the rookies looked good. Did you think they did as well?
I think they did, but I think more importantly, the entire working unit, right? When you look at the new machinations of the team, you look at the veterans, you look at the rookies, and you look at the new guys that came in via free agency, and all three components seem to work seamlessly together. From your starting quarterback, Fitzpatrick, to Heineke, who looks like a promising backup, right, to your offensive line that's gelling as a unit. Chase Young is a monster. And then some of the new guys that are working their way into the system. I think the pieces are there, but I go back to the reps component, repetition, the 10,000 hour rule. You know, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I think we're going to see each week them really start to click more.
How do you think they size up against the Bengals this coming week?
I think it's going to be a great game. You know, you have Joe Burrow coming off of a serious injury. There's going to be question marks as to how much the Bengals quarterback plays in the second preseason game. But traditionally, Mo, when we used to have 4 preseason games, the first was kind of a throwaway. The second was a little more important. The third game was when your starters got the most playing time. And then the fourth preseason game was when the rookies in the back of the roster guys fought for their roster spot. Because remember, after the last preseason game is when we do the massive cut. And you see over 1,000 players across the NFL, you know, looking for jobs. And so this second game, it being 3 games this year instead of 4, there's going to be an increased emphasis on this game. So I think we're going to see more reps from the starters on both sides of the team. I think really look for Fitzpatrick to push the offense. They want to test Heineke one more time. They also want to see what's going on with their kicker. Remember, Dick Sundberg, the longtime long snapper, has since moved on. They drafted a rookie out of Michigan, talented, young, promising guy, but Hopkins missed 2 easy chip shot field goals. They're going to work through the pieces on special teams. But again, to emphasize, the most important thing during the preseason is to come out without senseless injuries, because the most important ability is availability. And you're of no use to anybody if you're hurt and you're out.
Indeed. I think we need to get you on our regular Washington football team inside show, because you really break it down the way someone like me who's a marginal watcher understands. So thank you for that. As always, Doug Eldridge, I wanted to talk about the NFL COVID guidelines. We have like 30 seconds. Can you squeeze that in real quick? Like, what do you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
The 30-second version is, I think this is in many ways the canary in the coal mine, meaning this is the test of what we're going to start seeing rolling out on a national level. It's the carrot or the stick. Those who get the vaccine from a player standpoint, they're incentivized. They can go through they don't have to wear a mask. They can eat in the cafeteria. They can do marketing engagements, etc. Those that don't are tested regularly. They have to wear a mask. They can't do marketing engagements. If there is a positive COVID test and it's attributed back to a masked, non-vaccinated player, the team forfeits and the player is indirectly punished. So it's really a sliding scale. It's not requiring it, because that would have to be collectively bargained, but they really do establish that carrot or the stick. We can't make you, but we sure would like to incentivize you. And I think we're starting to see that sweep across corporate America right now as well. So it's really the canary in the coal mine.
Indeed it is. Doug Eldridge, as always, you are phenomenal and always giving us the insight we need. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great to see you
next time.